Alright y'all, what's going on, man? It's your boy VeLL. We're back with another Mobile Legends video, and this is a topic that I wanted to address because it's a very big deal, and it can impact the Mobile Legends community a lot. So if you support the channel, if you support the Mobile Legends community, drop a thumbs up on this video and share this video, because this is like, I'm really going to break down as much as I can about some of the stuff that I'll be talking about, because a lot of people misunderstand me a lot of times, and I really want to clarify some of the things that I've said about some of the heroes, the meta, and Mobile Legends in general. I really want to try to educate the community so you understand it. So I'm not going to be joking around in this video. I'm not going to be being toxic for once. And yeah, I'm not going to be just wilding out. I'm really going to be trying to explain to you all just my perspective and basically how MOBAs work and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to be talking about. So yeah, go ahead, drop that thumbs up so more people can see this video and share the video. So I had this video, I did a top 5 worst heroes video. It was the 2018 version that I did. It has right now currently it has 1.5 thousand likes and 1.1 thousand dislikes. And when I saw that, it didn't bother me. It just had me thinking, because that just goes to show you, like, half the community gets it and the other half just doesn't. And I think that's a big thing to note. Now, obviously, you all know that the likes and dislikes and stuff, none of that stuff bothers me, man. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm not like the majority of YouTubers. I came from like really real life struggles and stuff like that. So like there was this one point in school. I went to this school and I was younger. I literally walked into the hallway and I had on a certain pair of shoes that were they were cheap. I couldn't, like, we were struggling. I couldn't afford any good shoes. So I walked in with some cheap shoes, and I kid you not, everyone was in the hallway from that school. Everyone started laughing at me and pointing. Literally everyone, the very first day of school, the first time I met these people, saw these people, everyone. So like 1,000 people were in the hallway all gathered around laughing at me. So seeing that and experiencing that, to be fair, I ran to the bathroom crying at that time. That was before I like toughened up. Like, and honestly, that's why I am the way that I am now. Like, where I'm from, you gotta toughen up. Like, you can't be soft, you can't be sensitive and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, like, it could literally insert it. Like, that was a nice situation that I just told you all about, man. That was a nice situation. Like, if you're soft where I'm from, you could die, like, literally, and that's just the way that it is. So it's like that's why this stuff doesn't bother me. But I do want to try to explain to you all the logic behind some of the things that I say. So a lot of people take offense to the fact that I say Zylong, Alucard, Layla, and stuff like heroes like that are not good heroes right now in the meta. Let me explain this to you and try to actually listen. Try to listen. Don't say, "Oh, VeLL, you just can't play these heroes." Because if you look at my history, if you go back and look at me play, I've played with these heroes live on stream. I've played with these heroes throughout my entire Mobile Legends career, and it's proof around the internet that I can play all of these heroes. Any hero that you've ever made, you've ever saw anybody make the excuse to say, "Oh, VeLL can't do this, VeLL can't do that." I've done it already. You just probably have not went and looked. People just talk without doing the research. And that's why when you see those videos, when you read the hateful comments and stuff people say, people are never disputing what I say with facts. People aren't saying, "Yo, Zylong is a really good hero. No matter if there's a bunch of stuns in the meta, he's really good for this reason." No one is saying that. Like, it's 100% fact that he's going to get shut down against a team that has all stuns. If he's split pushing at the wrong times, which more than likely, if you're picking him and you're in solo queue, it's going to be a wrong time where you're split pushing, then you're going to lose that. Like the stuff that I talk about and the reasoning behind my videos can never really be disputed. So all the people can really do is just talk negative and be toxic. But let me explain it this way. So when Mobile Legends adds new heroes to the game, the meta shifts. When Mobile Legends adds new items to the game, the meta shifts. When Mobile Legends adds new abilities and skill effects to the game, the meta shifts. When early on in the game, early on in Mobile Legends lifespan, back when I used to use Layla, Zylong, Mia, and heroes like that all the freaking time, there was very few heroes who had stuns. I think Chow Chow was one of the only ones with a stun at that time, and he wasn't like, he's always been super easy to evade with good positioning. So like Chow was really the only one with stuns. And then they added Ruby. Then they added Alpha. They added Ruby. They added Cyclops. They added all these heroes with stuns. That's what made Marksman a lot harder to use. Then they added Hylos. They kept adding heroes with stuns, and it got to the point where Layla does not have enough mobility to survive anymore. So, and then it takes Layla way too long, because one thing they also did as far as adding stuns, they also added heroes with crazy mobility like Gaijin, like Lancelot. Heroes that can just dive at you at any given time and just go in very, very fast and destroy you. Like they start adding a bunch of heroes who can dive out of nowhere. Even Hellcurt. Hellcurt was added in. They brought in a bunch of heroes in the game that can literally just chase you down and kill you very, very fast. And that's what took a lot of these heroes out of the meta. All the stuns and stuff, that's what shut down Alucard and Zilong. And people were saying, Alucard is the king of lifesteal. What do you mean? What good is lifesteal if every single hero you're going against will stun you? Like, how are you going to get lifesteal back? And people say Purify. Yeah, Purify will work one time. You have 4 teams, and 9 times you have 5 players on the team, and more than likely 4 of them is probably going to have stuns. So you got 1 Purify. Like, whose stun are you going to try to block? And how do you think you're going to survive that if all of them dive you? Which any team working together, all of them will dive you. So I think that that's one thing that you have to take into consideration. This is what decides if a hero is a worse hero. There's a popular saying in the Mobile Legends community, it's not the heroes that's worse, it's the players. That's 100% false. Layla is worse than assassins. Why? Because assassins are designed to kill Layla. Assassins were intentionally created to kill marksmen. That's their job. So marksmen are worse than assassins, but marksmen are good at something. Marksmen are good at that consistent, sustainable, consistent damage, basically. They're good at consistent damage late game. The issue is, in Mobile Legends, everything moves so fast paced. They have stuns, they have all these dives and stuff like that, that the game does not make it to late game that often. And that's why you can't get the full value out of a pick like Layla. That's why you can't get the full value out of a pick like Mia, because the game does not last long enough. By the time the 10, 12, 15 minute mark comes, you already probably died 10 times if you're going against a good team. And because a good team is just really going to focus the most, like any good team knows how deadly Layla can be late game. So they're just going to focus her all early game. Like if you know a hero can be super strong and arguably be the strongest hero in the game, which Layla can arguably be one of the strongest heroes in the game, all you're gonna do is kill her while she's trash. And that's for that's a whole 10-15 minutes. She has 10-15 minutes of being trash before she becomes useful. So yes, you're gonna spend that time getting destroyed. Like that's what any good team will do, is just focus her, make sure she can't get fed. And honestly, that's why certain heroes are not good in the meta. It's not that absolutely no hero in Mobile Legends is bad. That's a fact. There's no bad heroes in Mobile Legends. There are heroes that are bad in certain metas. So when the meta shifts, you have to shift with the meta. You have to use different heroes, because otherwise you're going to put your team at a disadvantage. So for instance, let's say Zilong. You're good with Zilong. You're a really good Zilong player. When you're playing Mobile Legends, it's not about you being a good Zilong player. It's about your team, the strategy that they're using. So you use Zilong and your team has all squishy heroes. So you trying to split push with Zilong, yet you have a bunch of mages and marksmen on your team. They're going to die. They cannot hold off the other team long enough for you to get a good split push in. They just can't. They don't have enough sustainability. And that's why picking a Zilong pick in that situation is absolutely horrible, because you don't have a team that can play around your decision to pick Zilong, which means you're going to be completely useless to the team, because it's not like you could really help in a team fight either. As opposed to you picking Zilong when you have a Mortis, when you have a Chow, when you have a Grok. If that's your team comp, then yes, those 3 heroes together, they can survive long enough for you to get a good split push in, and that would be a good situation to use Zilong in. Possibly. Even still, the team might not want to use that strategy, or the team just might not even know what you're trying to do. And that's why when you're playing solo, certain heroes just should not be used, because you don't have time to tell your team what strategy you're using, what you're trying to do, like how you're trying to play the game. Like you can't explain that to your team. A lot of times, like you get the Mobile Legends matchmaking, you can't even understand who you're in the game with. So there's so many other variables. It's just better for you to not use heroes that could potentially put your team at risk and that could potentially make you completely useless to the team. Like Zilong is literally best at just split pushing. Like he literally can do very little in team fights as compared to some of the other heroes in Mobile Legends. Well, a lot of the other heroes in Mobile Legends. Same with Alucard. So like that's one of they're very situational based heroes. They're situational based heroes, and you have to take all of that into consideration when you're choosing these heroes. Your team, you can't pick a hero and just expect your team to just, yo, I'm picking this hero. You all either pick heroes that's going to support my hero pick, or we just gonna lose. Like that's not being a good teammate. What you need to be doing is figuring out the meta and picking meta heroes, because when you're playing solo, everyone knows what the meta heroes are. Everyone knows what heroes are doing what right now in the current meta. Like everyone knows the heroes that they're seeing all the time. Everyone knows what they do. Like basically, it's more like you're more likely to win if everyone has if you have a decent meta team comp than you are to win with some weird team comp. Because especially if you're playing with randoms. Now, if you're a full team, that's completely different. A lot of people see pro players sitting here trolling and stuff with Zilong and Alucard, and they be like, no, see, I told you these heroes was good. A lot of people see people hooking with Franco and stuff like that. They were like, see, I told you they were good. No, these players are just so good that they can just play against people and bully them because they're bad. Like the players that 9 times out of 10, if you're a good player in Mobile Legends, everyone you play against is going to be bad. There's not many good players playing Mobile Legends. I'm sorry if you don't know this. I'm sorry, but there's not many good players playing Mobile Legends. So any team that's actually good, like if you came from a game like League of Legends and Dota 2 and stuff like that, if you came from a different MOBA and you were decent in that MOBA, coming over to Mobile Legends is a breeze. It's a walk in the park once you actually learn the game, and basically you're going to have a huge advantage when you're playing against Mobile Legends players, because most of the time they really don't even understand a lot. They don't understand a lot when it comes to Mobile Legends. So most of the time when top players are trolling, people take it serious, like, oh, this top player was able to use Zilong and do good, that means Zilong is good. VeLL, you're wrong, because this player could use Zilong and he did well. No, he was just playing against bad people. He just has a very, very strong team that has a strategy meant for him to be able to survive using Zilong. Like that's all that it is. Just because you have a good game with a hero does not mean that the hero is good. So yeah, that's pretty much the breakdown, man. Hopefully you all understood it. Hopefully I get through to some people, because yeah, I mean this could be bad for Mobile Legends. It could be very, very bad for Mobile Legends if people don't start waking up, because this is big. This is a lot of people. It's literally getting to the point where it's like half and half. Half of the people understand MOBAs and understand Mobile Legends, and half of the people just don't. Also, another thing is rank does not matter. So many people come up to me trying to have the rank conversation, talking about, oh, you're not this, you're not that. What you have to understand is when you're in Epic and you're playing an Epic level, you're going against Epics. When I'm in Epic, I'm going against Mythics, 500 stars, 300 stars and up. I'm going against Mythics the majority of the time. It's like when based on where you are, what country you're in, you get paired. Like the Mobile Legends matchmaking is trash. So in North America, when you're in Epic, you have to be good enough to play Mythic, because 9 times out of 10, every game is going to be games against Mythics. But this is all stuff about Mobile Legends you have to be experienced enough to learn for yourself. You have to pursue this information. You have to pursue this knowledge. So many people are just quick to judge. Oh, he's epic. Yeah, they see that. They go and check and be like, oh, he's just an epic. But they never check and really realize, oh, he done smacked the dude with 500 stars into Mythic. Like, they don't look at the resume. They just look at the rank. And that's a poor way to judge Mobile Legends skill. But yeah, let me know what you all think in the comment section down below, man. Make sure you all drop that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, family. Peace out, yo. I'm on it. Can't fail for my family. I want it. So they'll never know.